show.
Yeah.
Wow.
Better watch out.
Zowie.
It's time for another exciting edition of your favorite Saturday night show on the Unexpectables channel. That is to say, the only show on the Unexpectables channel on Saturday nights.
That's
Because
true.
we're so cool.
It's very true.
If you weren't ready before, I hope you are now.
She'll never be
Concerned for
ready.
you.
Same. Yes, but welcome, regardless, to another exciting episode of Gateway. We've got an exciting show for you this evening. Sorry I was so late. I was wrapping up a different D&D game.
Oh my goodness.
Yep,
Man's
you
a
better
dick.
believe it.
You play another D&D game? How dare you?
I
Cheating.
play in several D&D
played
games.
You played Buckcraft without me.
It's true. That's what I'm saying. But yes, before we get into tonight's action, let's go around the horn and introduce ourselves, starting with Louise McBalrog.
Oh gosh. Oh god, sorry. Hi. Hey there. Hi. Hello. Caitlin Elizabeth, Boobs McBalrog, all over the internet. I'm working. That's just my life. Work. All the day. I think didn't I have a game come out? I think Rido? I forget the full name. I'm a bad gamer right now.
Rido Remastered.
That's the one. I'm in it. I'm the owner of Ryugu in that. And I think I said it last week, but Rune Factory Guardians of Ozma, I was one of the voice directors and I voice Ulalaka in it. You can wife me. It's fun. I've played some. It's really actually super fun.
But Caitlin, what would your husband think?
He said he wants to wife me. That's what he
Fair
said.
enough.
Ah,
In Marble Rivals Ignite.
What would be the point otherwise?
Yeah, right. Like, you know.
Yeah, I think at that point you're kind of like driven. Like you have to be like, well, I have to. Like this is just going to be an awkward dinner if I don't. Like.
Yeah, you know. But yeah, that's me for right now.
all right. Up next, we've got my very good friend, Fringe Type.
Hey, and my name is Fringe Type, Mr. Fringo. You can go ahead and find me at twitch.tv/Fringe Type. I have also been working, auditioning and cleaning and doing some maintenance on my car and more working and oh boy, oh the old bones. Anyway, you can find me on twitch.tv/Fringe Type. I stream throughout the week. I play retro games, horror games, and RPGs. I've been testing a couple fun ones, some new ones. I think you'll enjoy what I have to bring to a table. I'm doing a big donathon right now on my channel to go ahead and like pay debts and everything else. But other than that, just auditioning, just working. Not a whole lot going on with me. Hope you're having a good day. That's me.
Right on. Up next, we've got Sarah. Where can they find you? What are you up to?
I am on Blue Sky and YouTube at Sarah with an H and with an Emilia. I am also in Rido Remastered. As always, I'm back as Jack Frost. And I'm so many demons. Oh my god. Also, I can now talk about it. I voice Carmine in the newest drop of Pokemon Horizons. As I understand, she's a popular DLC character. Sarah's only gotten through the third generation of Pokemon. She's very behind. But yeah, that's it's me. Yeah.
Excellent. And up next, we've got Xanalis Grim.
Hi, that's me. You can catch me over on my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/Xanalis Grim, on Mondays, where I run a D&D campaign with a few friends of the channel here at 7 p.m. PST, and twitch.tv/Distortion Devil at 1 p.m. PST for some Cazador's Guide to the not Cazador's Guide, I'm sorry, Vecna Eve of Ruin, that's the one.
Yeah.
Run by the lovely Connor here. Then twitch.tv/montiglow at 7 p.m. PST for some Dungeon of the Mad Mage. We're pretty high level, so if that piques your interest, that'll be there for you. Then at twitch.tv/Distortion Devil at 3:30 p.m. PST is some Castro's Guide to the Cosmos. Really funny, really fun. Early, I won't say early level, we're pretty late level, but early on in the campaign story. So if you like space travel and D&D, that's there. Then twitch.tv/Burnout Vaughn on every other Sunday, including this Sunday, at 3:30 p.m. PST for some Those Who Wander, and that's me.
Excellent. Did I get Laney already?
No.
Oh my goodness.
I'm confused. I usually go like second, and I'm like, man.
I was like,
I'd be refilling my Coke or something.
I'm doing like a million different things back here while I'm still getting my overlay set up. I'm like, I forgot someone, didn't I?
You can find me all over the internet at Lanny Bazaar. Do you like role-playing games? Well, let me tell you a thing or two about Tales Unwritten. It is a show that you can watch on TalesUnwritten.com, and I'm in it. That's two things. A secret third thing I can tell you about is that the finale of Season 2 this Wednesday at 5 o'clock Pacific Time. Twitch.tv/Stream4Star or TalesUnwritten.com. It's been a heck of a lot of fun playing through. So tune in, see the exciting conclusion of Book 2. Beyond that, had a couple of PC issues, but I think I got those sorted, so I'll be back to playing through my Dark Urge run of Baldur's Gate 3 tomorrow evening. So tune into my channel then. Other than that, not a whole lot else to talk about. That's me. Back to you, Connor.
Yes. And of course, they can find me on Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, Tumblr, Blue Sky, at Distortion Devil. Just got back from a week-long vacation. I went to go to a wedding, so streams will be picking back up on Monday. Gonna be doing some Lost Judgment on Monday with the one and only Edward Bosco. Then on Tuesdays we've got, sorry, I paused for booing.
I got it, but I didn't do it.
There you go, there you go.
Zan just punched his wall real quick.
Tuesday, Eve of Ruin. Wednesday, Unexpectables. Thursday, I'm gonna try and beat the final boss of the Elden Ring DLC. I'm gonna try again. I think I'm this close. Saturday, right back here. I believe we're on next week as well. Same gate time, same gate channel. And then Sundays, I'm doing a playthrough of Fallout 2, which I am vastly enjoying. But yes, that's about it for me. Also, be sure to check out Devils and Dice Rolls. YouTube.com/Devils and Dice Rolls. Patreon.com/Devils and Dice Rolls for all my TTRPG content. But yes. This episode of Gateway was brought to you in part by Die Hard Dice.
There it is. Come again.
Maybe Bruce Willis movie.
It's true. Die Hard Dice is your one-stop shop for dice and dice accessories, and if you head over to dieharddice.com, you can use the code Unexpectables. Save 10%. As well, check out our merch store. We've got all sorts of fantastic designs out there, including the Gateway design, the comic book cover for The Runaways. And as always, we could not keep doing this week in, week out without bits and subs from viewers like you. Bits and subs from people such as Blake Potatoes, thank you for the 4 months. Matt Monk Montague, thank you for the 53 months. Hooray! It's Gateway. It is. The 7, thank you for the 28 months. It's back. Yay! Blake Potatoes, thank you for gifting 10 subs to the community. Woo! Bull Honkinator, thank you for the 10,000 bits.
Also, dang.
Yeah.
Wow.
Consider it payback for keeping me entertained over my 10 to 14 hour days. Gateway!
Woo!
Good gravy. I couldn't even imagine.
That's a lot of days.
Buttons23, thank you for the 100 bits. I can't stay because I'm wrecking friendships in Uno. Catch you in the VODs. Have some bits for the hype train.
I don't need Uno for that.
It's true. Zombie Master, thank you for the 100 bits. So with the reconstructions of cars in your hand city, is there going to be a Super Mutant Run DMV? Maybe.
Did you take a number?
You need
You're
to
going to have...
17 dash.
You need to file in triplicate!
He just punches it three times. I know a notary! I am a notary!
He punches a staple into papers, and that's how he staples them.
So menacing. I'm down for it.
Indeed.
And pepper spray.
Oh. Mr. Insecure, thank you for the 1,000 bits. Oh boy, I can't wait to get back into the fictional land of Missouri. That's true.
Can you imagine if it was real?
Oh,
I can't. Like horses,
It's
Missouri
like
is purely hypothetical. And that is about it for the bits and subs. So, players, are you ready to get into tonight's episode of Gateway?
Let's do it.
Be.
Right. Ooh. Excellent timing music.
Nah.
All right.
When last we left the runaways, Apex the Wildman, Louise the Scavenger, Cynthia the Nurse, Alvin the Mechanic, and Theo the Combat Medic. They had been approached by God, one of the members of the Green Ring, who had formed a search party to look for a missing super mutant. After a tense round of questioning, they proceeded into the forest to continue their search. The following morning, a meeting between the two sentient Deathclaws was overseen by Johan and the runaways after a brief discussion. Cairn decided to join the Acropolis with his mate Zool to raise their clutch in a more civilized environment. Theo's medic addiction leads to a small crisis. Louise has a heated discussion with Jet. Alvin does some retrospection, and Cynthia is invited by Johan to join him on a visit to Vault 40's door. With Apex in tow, a strange, fatherly voice crackles through the speakers on tonight's episode of Gateway.
But we will not actually be starting with Cynthia tonight. Alvin and Louise.
No, okay.
Whereabouts would you be at this point?
That's a good question. I'm trying to remember where the heck we were.
It was sort of getting to a bit later point in the night.
Yeah,
Oh,
we
then
were
we'd
all
probably
just
be
out-
we'd probably be at the car then.
Yeah, we would be outside the camp, right?
Yeah, that makes perfect sense to me.
Just look up. Alvin, where are we? Where am I?
I don't know. This map hasn't spawned in yet.
Oh, you can't see the map?
Yeah. Oh,
No,
I'll,
we're
ju-
Okay.
I'll just be
just
yeah.
Bethesda.
We just common Bethesda things. Todd. All right. Yeah, I'd go ahead and just be setting up some stuff over at the car. Probably doing some maintenance on anybody's guns or armor if they need them. Things of that nature.
Yeah, just hanging out, waiting for Cynthia to get back, I guess.
All right, and
So we're sorry, it's been a couple weeks. Has are we aware that Cynthia went off to speak with Johan?
I recall we had that discussion, yeah, that she was gonna go and with him. So
Yeah,
here we are.
you were aware of this. You were all made privy of Cynthia's sort of meeting with Johan.
All right. So, I guess we just go ahead and just wait here until Cynthia gets back. That kind of raised the question where Apex ran off to.
I let you know full well that I was going to be following her. I told Cynthia that to her face.
It is 15 days!
I know. I'm just reminding you.
Yeah, and I
just
assume, though, Theo's with us, just vibing as normal.
Yeah, Theo, would you...
Theo's mostly just recovering from what had happened to him physically.
You,
It's on the sauce!
y'all holding up, Theo?
Yeah, I'm doing alright. More damage to my pride at this point, but...
Don't worry. I don't know where I heard it, but time fixes everything. At least that's the adage. You still got breath in your lungs. That means you can go ahead and just make amends, and if enough rest and time, people go ahead and just. This will just be something just to the wayside, so you don't gotta worry too much about it.
I'll kind of stew on your words for a moment before just nodding.
Could have been worse. Cynthia could have come down a lot harder on you.
Yeah,
She
Cynthia.
does that.
Yeah, I gotta say, it's gotta be. I had the conversations once or twice with Cynthia, but I still think it's weird because you have one way of doing stuff before the bombs fell, and then there's all this. You have to kind of go ahead and just kind of deal with it. Honestly, kudos for her for not losing her damn mind out of it.
Scratch his head. I'm not entirely sure when Cynthia became our matriarch or whatever, as it were, but I ain't gonna stop her, and I don't think I should. She might come at me.
She just worries. I
Yeah,
mean,
she got a fancy new body now that's really lethal. She could chase me down now.
I didn't even think about that, actually.
All the stories I heard of synths and super mutants. Well, it don't seem like bullshit now.
Well, Sims is the newest one to me. I mean, back in the day, I was always told with the adage, even something me and Jet talked about when we were going ahead setting up stuff, is you see super mutants, you go the other way. The same way as like Death Claws and everything. Probably why I'm damn rattled. There's a Death Claw that, could probably go ahead and write pretty damn good.
They're sitting at the coffee shop over there.
Aw, they're holding hands. That's so sweet.
And these are the most I've been around super mutants without them trying to shoot me or tear my limbs off or tear my limbs off and then shoot me. So, it's kind of neat. I guess it's, biases, I guess what it's called.
Well,
Biases.
Oh, biases, that one is biases. All right.
trust don't come easy in the wasteland. You certainly know that.
Damn right I do.
Yeah.
It's a coin not easily earned and very easy to go ahead and spend, that's for damn certain.
But if we've seen anything, we know that first appearances ain't everything.
Suppose that's true enough, but still, there are going to be people outside of our ragtag group of people that we enjoy being around that aren't going to feel the same way.
No, they won't. But fuck, all we can do is, well, first and foremost, we'll let Cynthia get back and see what's what.
Yeah, depending on how that is, I'll probably set up what I'm going to do for the rest of the day. If this is all earnest and on the up and up, which days is just making me scratch my head about it, at the very least, I don't think it would harm nothing to go ahead and see if I might be able to go ahead and sharpen their axes or whatnot. Make sure their tools are up to snuff.
Oh, yeah. I mean, if Cynthia comes back and everything isn't about to go straight to hell, I gotta make an appointment with fucking Bach.
Well, what about Bach now, then?
Well, Johan seemed to think that, well, if I can't get that part back from the archers that Barry sold to them, that maybe Bach knows a way to fix my vault's door. He's all technologically minded and stuff.
I wish there was a way I could help it other than just seeing what part's broken and going ahead and fixing it. I mean, when I was going ahead and just reading with Bossman and whatnot, I read all kinds of books and whatnot, but you'd be surprised how little a book by something called Vault Tech doesn't have vault schematics on it for some reason.
Yeah, they could be a little, clutchy with their info. Pat you on the shoulder. I know you would help if you could. Well, let's see if Bach can raise any kind of info on the situation. Might need your help after all, depending how it goes.
As you're carrying on with this discussion, you see 3 people beginning to make their way down the road.
Towards us?
Yes, towards you. And they're not making an effort to make themselves hidden either. One of them, the head you see is clearly follows Chalk.
I'll go ahead and just stand forward and hold up my hand to hail him. Hey, howdy!
Alvin!
Hey, fellas, Chalk, how you doing?
I'm doing quite well. I decided to give some of that firewater a rest for the time being, but that is not why I'm here. I brought some people that wanted to speak with you all.
Yeah, sure, no trouble, no trouble. Howdy, y'all.
As Fall of Shock makes way for the others, you see 2 very distinct people, and people you've met before. The shambling, rickety, meat nearly falling off his bone form of old Cletus, who is leaning on sort of a gnarled cane, just raises a hand and goes,
he says it's nice to meet you. I think
It's great to make your acquaintance as well.
I'm still working on the whole translation thing. I think his usual translator was a bit much in his cups tonight.
Oh, that ain't no trouble. Seems like it's been a good day for many of us, honestly.
I didn't quite get that one, but I think it was something in the affirmative.
and
Yeah, you're pretty good at this, Fall of Shock.
Well, I've had a lot of time to learn. And this, I believe you'll know her as well.
and gestures to the sundress-clad super mutant nightkin that you all know as Orchid.
Well, it's nice to meet you again, Miss Orchid.
Pleasure is mine. Hello, everyone. So, we're led to believe that you are quite experienced in certain matters. Your group is quite a bit of people with a green thumb and a knack for rearing animals, so we're told.
Rearing animals would probably be Apex's wheelhouse. Theo, from what I know, is damn good at gardening. Has a passion for it, from my understanding.
We
Is that
actually...
right?
Apex has sort of slunk off for the evening. I think he just might be hiding in a corner somewhere, but he'll be back. But for now, yeah, Theo's avail. I mean, are you avail, Theo?
Yeah, I can help.
As for other people's wheelhouses, Louise here, I'll pat Louise's back. She's damn good at finding anything and everything, and I'm pretty good with machines myself.
Shrugs. Yeah, scavenger.
I'm part of the St. Louis Machinists over in Riverside. if any of that particular skill set might be able to help you on out, I mean, by all means, ask away.
You may be able to speak with Bach about some of those things, should you find the time. He's the more scientific research and mechanics sort of geared towards, rather than the rest of us.
I wouldn't mind having a conversation with him. Wouldn't mind at all.
May we sit?
Oh, of course. Here, make yourself comfortable. There ain't much in the room of comfort around the Corvega, but pretty sure it's clean enough.
I think he said he slept in the dirt before.
Fair then.
I have too.
Do
Orchid.
we have anything for them to sit on at all besides just the?
They both just sit down on like a stump or in the dirt or wherever. They don't seem
Top
too.
squat.
They don't seem too apprehensive about sitting in the dirt. But Orchid turns to you, Theo. I hear you've got a particularly green thumb.
Yeah. Trained in agriculture technologies and, well, I suppose old world histories at this point, in that regards. This is regarding the food, right? For those who ain't super mutants?
Yes, I've been using research that I've garnered over many years with a group of people that are trying to achieve essentially the same goal that we all are. Several people are. Myself specifically. A small group of good, fine, hard-working folk somewhere in the middle of St. Louis. They prefer to remain anonymous, but I'm essentially trying to carry on their work here. And I was wondering if you might be able to help me with that.
I'm all too happy to help, but people have been trying to figure out how to cure the Wasteland's soil issues for a lot longer than I've been alive.
Well, if you've seen the things that I've seen, there is hope on that front.
And he'll kind of inquisitively look like, oh?
The topsoil in and around Cahokia, the place that we are all in right now, seems to have been, for the most part, untouched by the radioactive fallout from when the war happened. The soil here is much more viable than the more populated areas.
Oh, that's certainly good, but isn't there a lot of radiation around these parts? Will that change?
There is trace amounts of radiation. However, with the techniques that we are cultivating, that may actually be a benefit. You see, we were able to produce strong, healthy flora. But what it did was essentially, it is almost like a super mutant, but for flowers.
Huh.
The radiation mutated it in such a way that it overgrew and it produced fruit that is edible, but not for the normal layman, you see. Now, with the addition of the white razors and the humans in our camp, the food that we are making is fine for us, but not for them. I think we are on the brink of a breakthrough.
Well, I'd be more than happy to help, but sounds like you got most of it figured out already.
If you wouldn't mind coming with me,
I want to show you something.
Theo will perk up, drink a bit of the clean water he has on him, and kind of nod towards Louise and Alvin.
By all means.
Yeah, if you're good to go.
Well then, lead the way.
There is something first. She reaches into, she's got like a, not like a fanny pack, but she's just got like a belt with a big pouch, sort of around her waist.
Super mutant fanny pack.
That would be like a backpack, basically.
Yeah. Reaches in and pulls out a small plastic baggie with 2 pills.
Oh, we party.
And she hands them to you.
Does he recognize these as iodine pills?
This is Radex, yes.
Yeah, okay. He will kind of recognize that where we're going is, considering what she just discussed in radiation being potentially somewhat of a cure here, he will take it.
This will keep you safe from the area that we're about to go to.
Appreciate it. This stuff isn't cheap.
We have no need of it here. Well, most of us, anyway. And she nods to the rest of you, and you see her excitedly sort of like stand up and brush off her dress and motion for you to follow.
Gives a wave. Have fun storming the castle.
Take it easy, you two.
As Theo and Orchid leave the scene, leaving Alvin and Louise with Follows Chalk and old Cletus.
I think he said, what is your plan for the day? No, turning back the name. Oh, is your friend coming back today?
I'm not really sure if Apex is gonna show back up until the dawn come tomorrow. I'm not sure. He's kind of a hard man to get a hold of. But most I could probably do in this situation is probably just spread your meshes close enough. Unless, of course, you got any tools or whatnot that need to be maintenance on.
Apex tends to be his own man, so where he goes, he goes.
He's normally a big fan of tree lines, the woods, and the open wilds, but he made his way into the town, though. Where at, I can't say.
And he starts like gesturing with his hands, and he pulls out a horseshoe, and he just bangs it on the ground a couple times while he's explaining.
I think he's saying that he's fine on most of the things, but, might look into getting some horseshoes for the Brahmin.
Oh yeah, no trouble. I don't know how to shoot a Brahmin, but if you know the know-how, I can go ahead and try to make the tools out for you.
Feet.
Going full Aqua Teen Hunger Force now.
Oh, God.
There's no feet.
Damn, I like Redneck Miyazaki. Damn, no, tarnished, no, feet.
Did you fucking say tarnished?
Yeah, he made up.
He tarnished.
I don't think I didn't catch that.
Maidens and
Ashen one.
Not rain.
I think he says he may actually have a use for you, actually.
Yeah, no trouble. What do you got? I'll just go ahead and just lean forward, just hands on my thighs. What do you got going on there?
Okay. He says that they've been building a pen for the animals for a while, and it's been holding up until now, but there's nobody around that really knows how to maintain it.
I mean, reckon if you wouldn't mind showing me it, I could go ahead and see what needs to be done. Might be able to go ahead and find some way for people to easy fix it up in my absence.
He gets a big, like, nearly toothless smile when it seems like you've understood him for the first time without the translator.
Aww.
All right, you lead on.
I love you.
Hey, I love you too, Chief. Let's get going.
And as
Is this what Alvin's gonna turn into?
I hope this is what I turn into.
No, I know what this is. This is
incomprehensible
just,
old buck.
You're just like people back home. That's what you are.
And old Cletus will rise shakily, and Follows Chalk will grab him and sort of help him along as you were also led away from your camp.
And thus Louise remained.
And then the owlbear descends.
Is Louise not going with?
Oh, I thought it was
I mean, you don't have to. You don't have. It's like almost midnight. So there's not many people out, but you know, there's still, you know, a few people that are just like taking care of errands.
I think if Louise can figure out a way, like, I don't know if there's a way to scratch out a note for Cynthia and Apex, so they're not like, where the hell are you when you get back, but yes, can I leave a note?
Sure.
Do we have writing implements? Oh yeah, Apex does. Apex, yeah, Louise will go to Apex's little notebook and try to find a scrap piece of paper.
I keep that shit with me.
Ah!
Fortunately for you, as you check around in the car, you find in the glove compartment, you find a pad of paper and a pen.
I shall just scratch out a note, shove it under the windshield wiper, and be like, alright, I'll come with you guys.
Alright, come on down then.
And she'll follow after.
As you are led off by old Cletus, Follows Chalk in tow.
I wonder how long it will be before Alvin starts speaking like old Cletus.
I'll give it 10 years.
Apex. You were sort of perched on the guts of the innards of this elevator that leads down below the mounds of the grand square of the Emerald Acropolis. Mm-hmm. You see below you blackness, and above you a scant bit of light that just barely illuminates your surroundings enough for you to be able to get your bearings. Having elected to sort of stay in the halfway point.
Yeah. Apex is just kind of like sitting there, almost like gargoyle-esque, just kind of like leaning over, eyes closed. You can see his ear twitching as he's just like listening for any signs of trouble, or for pretty much anything that he can hear down there. He looks almost meditative.
As you're perched there, I would like you to make me a wits roll.
I can do that. Hey, yeah! 11.
11, all right. Just making sure that chat could see that. 11, as you're perched atop there, you, just for the briefest of moments, see the area around you illuminated with a brief flash. As you hear from above you, you look up, and you see a large figure peering down into the hole.
That sound, was it like a camera shutter going off?
It did sound like a camera, yes. How many times you've ever heard it?
Not that Apex would necessarily know what that is. I'm just wondering from a human context.
Right, yes. You would know it. You would know it as a camera shutter going off.
I study the figure. I haven't heard anything troubling beneath me at this point, right?
You've heard little to nothing beneath you at this point. But as you're studying this figure, it gets increasingly easy as the figure seems to be making his way down as well.
Like climbing down the...
Climbing down from the pipes and wires. Whoever this person is, they seem to be not practiced at this, but just way more physically adept at this sort of demanding, athletic feat he's about to undertake.
Than the average person, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Would I have been able to make out that the large figure was a super mutant?
Yes, that much was easy. As they are quite a deal bigger. And as they're climbing down, you hear a click, and suddenly the figure vanishes.
Stealth boy. So what are the guts of this elevator that we're crawling through look like? You mentioned pipes and stuff. Are there pipes that I can climb between, like try to hide and like make my way further into the guts of this machinery?
You could potentially, if you wanted to hide yourself even further. There are like large pipes that you could hide behind, or bits of mesh you could blend into.
Now, I wasn't necessarily trying to hide myself while I was climbing down, assuming that this giant obvious hole wasn't exactly a good place to hide in. So I assume I've been seen by now. What I'm going to do is, I guess, like, just try to, like, hold on to where I am and listen very carefully for, like, the telltale grabs and holds of somebody who's climbing through this stuff to try to keep track of their position.
You focus your perception. You keep a watch out at the area where you saw the super mutant disappear. You hear the occasional creak of a metal frame. A bundle of wires being brushed by some unknown force. This metal structure straining under the massive weight. With you thought would be making more noise, but an oddly delicate touch this super mutant is giving to this act. And you said you are not making an effort to hide yourself, correct?
At this point, I feel like there's no point in it. This creature is climbing, I'm climbing. I would rather make sure that my grip is good than that I'm hidden. If there's going to be a physical struggle, I would rather be prepared for that. As I hear the sounds get closer, I just say, "You're good at this."
A brief pause after you say that. You just hear, "Shh."
I give like the lightest of chuckles as I continue. I start climbing down with them. I will pop my Rad-X. Or one of my Rad-X's, is
sure.
I should say.
You take out a small little red and yellow capped pill and you down it. And your radiation resistance is increased.
Nothing like dry taking your meds.
Just gotta build up some saliva. The figure, you sense them get slightly closer to you.
Interesting to see you here.
I'd say the same, but I can't exactly see you. God.
That's the idea.
Come down this way often, or first time?
First time.
I will join God in the climb.
As you begin to make your way down, you feel God's large palm sort of press against your back, preventing you from climbing down further.
Grab on to me. Less noise that way. You and I should have a talk.
I jump on his back like Yoda.
As you sort of wrap your arms around his neck, God begins to descend further and further as you are... It's an odd sensation having... one that you probably haven't felt since your childhood, with someone much larger than you, sort of giving you a piggyback ride. And a bit more perilous at that. But slowly and slowly you two begin to descend down into the darkness of the elevator shaft that leads into Vault 40. And at the bottom, Cynthia.
Oh boy.
You hear the voice, a kindly, almost fatherly voice crackle through the speakers.
Johan. A pleasure to speak with you again. Tell me, how fares your flock?
Johan briefly, looks back towards you just to make sure you're still there, almost.
Yep, definitely still there, definitely listening. What is the expression on his face?
His expression is a bit pensive. It almost seems to him like he is doing something wrong right now.
Oh, okay.
My people are well. As you predicted, the male Deathclaw did come back and follow us.
As I knew it would. Despite everything, it is a creature of pride. Despite nature. A lion of the waste, reduced to a cub before you. What happened?
The situation resolved peacefully. Cairn, the male Deathclaws, agreed to live here with his mate.
How splendid. You seemed apprehensive at the prospect when I brought it up the first time. What changed?
It was a difficult decision to make, but I had some help this time around.
Help?
My friends from back west. The ones I mentioned. They finally managed to make their way here. I believe they want to help this place thrive and grow.
Thrive and grow. And yet I sense apprehension in your voice, Johan.
I've seen...
And he sort of begins to clam up a little bit. He just looks at the floor.
I have seen many crises of faith in my time, son. You know that you can talk to me about these things.
My advisors are skeptical of their intentions. The runaways have a reputation for walking into situations where they're outmanned and outgunned and emerging practically unscathed.
Yes, I remember now. These were the people that freed you from your sequester, as I recall. They certainly do seem like a formidable lot. I believe it is only natural for your advisors to be concerned. Is there anything in particular that they are worried about?
One of my advisors has history with Alvin, the mechanic I mentioned. I think there may be some bad blood there. It's causing some of the other White Razors a bit of irritation.
Come now, Johan. Surely you are capable of handling such a small dispute, such as this. Tell me what is really going on.
It's a bit more complicated than that.
Why does it need to be complicated? Your ability continues to mature. Should you wish it, this matter could be over instantaneously. Why do you repress yourself, Johan?
I don't like taking their freedom away like that.
Taking their freedom? Why, you have liberated them. Their freedom to rape and pillage, to hurt their own, that is not freedom. Johan, it is an infinitesimally small price to pay for what you are achieving here. Consider what you have the power to do. Consider that perhaps you are being too lenient. Your other problems could be solved so easily.
There is something else. And the voice pauses briefly.
Something else?
They are with someone I am not familiar with. My advisors tell me that they are from an organization that calls themselves the Brotherhood of Steel. And then a long, pregnant pause.
You are unfamiliar with this man.
Yes, but my friends, they vouch for him.
Oh, my child. I fear that you may be too trusting with who you allow into your fold. The Brotherhood of Steel are not known for their calm understanding of things that are beyond their control. If the Brotherhood became aware of you and this place, I wonder, would you be able to protect them?
Surely it won't come to that. This Brotherhood of Steel can be reasoned with.
Pure Johan. You have not seen the things that I have seen. This brother, where would you say he is now?
I don't know. They haven't been staying in town very often. They move back outside of the Acropolis to sleep.
I believe that some nefarious things are afoot. What you are doing here is important, Johan, and I believe wholeheartedly in your mission. However, should an unexpected storm arise from you allowing outsiders, specifically violent outsiders, into your fold, those that you cannot control, I worry for the safety of this place, you understand. Johan, we can help you. If you would but allow us to. We want to help you.
Johan stares at the vault door release button, a large red button. And then he looks back at you, Cynthia.
Oh boy. What am I supposed to discern from this look?
He's giving you like a see what I'm working with sort of look.
Got it. Okay. Okay. And this is an open mic that he has on right now, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Cynthia is like staying super, super freaking still right now. And she'll just very, very gently shake her head no and have kind of wide eyes like this is bad.
Bro, dude's clearly evil.
Johan turns back to the intercom.
I still worry that the others won't understand the sudden influx of yet another group joining us. What's more, I think we have several things we need to prepare before anyone else joins us.
There's another long pause.
I understand. Well, Johan, we will be patient, as we always have been. We have faith in you, and we only want to help. But if you think this is the best way for that, then we shall acquiesce to your request. Have yourself a good night, Johan, and consider what I've said.
You hear the intercom crackle and then die.
Does Johan need to press a button to turn off this end of the intercom, or is it just kind of... It has to, well, he'd have to turn it on, correct?
Yeah, you see on the sort of dashboard of this elevated console.
Right. The button.
There's like a mounted microphone and speaker onto it. And the second the other end of the microphone cuts off, there's like a little there's like a light that turns from red to turns from green to red.
I see. Oh. I mean, we have to trust that that means it's definitely off. Because they would have heard her come in, if not, correct?
As far as you're aware.
I do not love that.
You did see Johan go over to the console and activate something before a voice appeared.
Okay. And he has since shut that off again?
Yeah, it appears to be off, yes.
Johan.
Yes.
That sounds very, very dangerous.
Did God and I hear any of that?
As you were climbing down, you began to hear sort of the last part of that conversation. You heard Johan speaking with someone, and then you heard Cynthia's voice.
Apex would remain silent, assuming he and God are just kind of hanging there.
Yeah.
Have you tried asking about how many are we?
I've asked them before, but their numbers seem to be I believe it was somewhere in the 30s.
And did they tell you how long they've been there?
They mentioned that they had been trapped there for a couple of years at this point.
A couple. How are they sustaining themselves down there? Have they asked for any supplies?
I'm led to believe that these vaults are self-sustaining. Whatever they need, food, water, it's usually provided for them by the vault itself.
Did they say anything about when they entered, what they found there?
As far as I'm aware, the population of the vault consists of people that descended from before the Great War.
They talked about their families? Their living conditions? How they keep in such good spirits?
They seem to place a lot of faith in some kind of a higher power.
Did they say what?
I asked them if they could elaborate, but the answers they gave didn't really... They were never all of that specific.
What did they say?
They mentioned that while they were growing up in the vault, they mentioned that some sort of deity, some sort of god had a purpose for them. That they were meant to go across the gateway to the east, and supposedly that would lead to some sort of paradise.
Gateway to the east. I'm just gonna look at a map real quick. Could you just put us on the world map real quick, Con?
Sure.
Oh, Caitlin's thinking. Oh, she's thinking.
And we're far... Aren't we in the east?
Oh, sorry, I meant west.
Okay. That's an important detail.
Yes, the gateway to the west. Cynthia, roll smarts for me.
I want to do that. 14.
Oh my
2
God.
6s.
Maximum. As you are a consciousness and an intelligence that existed from before the war. You know for a fact that the St. Louis Arch is sometimes called the Gateway to the West.
Johan, they're talking about the arch.
The Arch.
The arch, where the archers are. Something's underneath it, I think. I don't know what it is, but I know that something in Vault 40 helps with it. And I don't think it's good. Or maybe it is, but... We talked about this at some point, right? Someone, goodness, what was his name? Baker, I think? Was saying we needed to get into Vault 40 and get some kind of... one of the devices, the PIP things. Like Louise has. Someone's key. It's gonna unlock something about the Arch.
And that's why you're all here.
We were sent here for it, but not given a lot of details. There's been a lot of skepticism on our side. And now this preacher? Listen, I want the world to be any semblance like the one I knew before. And I know it's broken now and we'll never get it back to how it was. But the world you're talking about? We can always learn to live side by side in some way. But if there's one power that's in charge of everyone, that's not the same thing. And I don't know how this preacher knows what they know. Maybe it is knowledge passed down, but... You said you don't feel anything from him? Because normally you get feedback, right?
I'm not sure if it's because of the technology in the door or if it's something else, but I just don't. I just don't get anything. I don't know if what I say reaches them or if it's somehow blocked out by whatever's in there. But the fact that the stilling, they aren't affected by it. I can't... If they are dangerous, it would be... If they are dangerous, I wouldn't be able to pacify them quickly enough.
The other thing is, we don't even know what they can do. And they are purposefully not telling you, while asking you to tell them everything you're up to. You heard how long that pause was after you said Brotherhood of Steel, right?
They have been aiding us slightly this whole time.
What do you mean?
We wouldn't have the blueprints and the know-how for how to construct this, and he just gestures all around, sort of above, referring to the Emerald Acropolis. We wouldn't have been able to make all of that if it wasn't for the blueprints and science and things from before the war that they've given us.
Do you think, though, do they talk much about what kind of life they want after they get out? Anything? They keep talking about utopia, but that's not enough for me.
They seem pretty invested in what I'm doing here. I almost wonder if that's a part of it.
I was thinking the same thing. Do you think... Do you feel at any point that they're trying to get you to build the world they plan to inherit for them, and not you.
He just gives you a very pained look.
You see my conundrum.
Indeed I do.
If I shut them out, I'll have stolen from these people. And I don't know if my conscience would allow for that. If I allow them to be a part of this, the dynamic will shift. And I don't know how. But you and the runaways, you need to get in there.
We do. And look, we're good at running into places and finding a way out, but Johan, we've seen you take down a whole room of people. Whole building full. If you're afraid, I don't know how we could get our way out. All right. Rather than be scared, we have time, right? They said they're patient. That benefits us. Surely there's a way to find some kind of information about who's in there, what's going on. If they do have any affiliations we might need to know about. Were you the one that told them about the Brotherhood?
No. I didn't even know what the Brotherhood of Steel was until you brought it to my attention.
Was Brotherhood post or pre?
You being a part of the military, you would not have heard of the Brotherhood of Steel.
Because of what again, sorry?
With your military background, you would have never heard of an organization called the Brotherhood of Steel.
Oh, because they're not connected.
They essentially showed up, like, right as the bombs dropped.
Yeah. They're post-war.
Immediately post-war organization.
So, now hang on. If they know about the Brotherhood of Steel, how'd they find out?
I don't know. So many more questions.
Johan, I know this goes without saying, but be very, very careful about this. She looks over at the vault door. This community of people. Their patience scares me. Why would they be so content to wait? Teach you how to build everything that they want. And do you think they're gonna come out without any kind of a plan? I don't know. Something's wrong, real wrong with that.
I thank you for telling me as much. I had the feeling that something wasn't quite right for a long time, but now that there's another to share my concern, I feel a little bit better about it at least.
And I appreciate you sharing it with me. Can't imagine what a heavy burden that's been on your own.
I haven't told the Green Ring because I don't know how they would react.
Well, as you can understand, sometimes iffy to do that. I know you were probably very suspicious of me not making my presence known for as long as I did here.
It did make me raise my eyebrow, yes. I also worried that if word got out about a vault beneath the Emerald Acropolis, people would want to make it a part of the overall setting here. There is technology and knowledge and whatnot from before the war that would greatly benefit a place like this.
You do know there are libraries full of information about pre-war life and buildings, and there was a college we passed through. Tons of information everywhere. I mean, not all the books survived, but...
Yes, but
I know. Harder
We
to
can-
learn over time.
we also can't exactly go out and look for that information without being shot at.
True. Well, Johan, I think we have a lot of questions to ask. A lot of people. And if possible, maybe we can talk to your father. See if there's anything he might know, be able to help with.
Hmm.
Been around a long time, right? Maybe he knows who's in here.
That's what Bach tells me, at least.
Bach says it too.
I should probably tell at least him about this.
You haven't told Bach yet?
He gets like a pained look on his face. Bach is...
Now.
He's got his own goals, and you know, we share a space right now just because we've got the same goal, basically. But he's a very driven person, and with information and technology like that right in front of our noses, I
You
genuinely
think
don't...
he'd open it immediately?
I genuinely don't know what he would do. He may be my brother, but, well, I've only really known him for about a week.
True enough. Well, I suppose the best thing we can do is keep everything quiet for now. Keep this area under... You don't even have security on it, do you?
That is what I am.
That's why you're here every night.
To make sure that nothing gets out.
Oh, Johan.
We
I
should
know
leave.
you have your advisors. They need to be trusted advisors. There's gonna come a time where you're not gonna be able to watch this place and someone's gonna come in here. It could be...
Apex, you and God hear this as you continue your descent.
On that specifically, I'm trying to on that line specifically, I'm trying to hear God's, like, if he has any sort of reaction to that.
He stops moving at that when she says that.
Listen. Oh, go.
What's your plan exactly? Do you want to confront him here?
No.
Then I'll buy you time to climb back up. And I get off his back and start... I stop as he says, wait.
You hear him rustling around in a bag briefly before you feel something large and rectangular being pushed into your hand. You see a stealth boy.
Enough climbing. We wait for the elevator, then you hit that.
I can buy you time to climb back up. I think I wish to talk to them now.
And I give him back his stealth boy.
He takes
I
it
climb
back. You manage to climb the rest of the way. It isn't a terribly long distance, but you do feel that God will continue to make his way back upwards. Johan and Cynthia.
Yeah, I was going to say, as Johan and Cynthia turn back and go to the elevator, you see the Apex just kind of sitting there, arms crossed, head kind of down.
Apex?
Cynthia,
What are you doing here?
spying. Listening.
How much did
Why?
you hear?
Why not? And enough.
Cynthia looks at Johan like, this is exactly what I was talking about.
Why do you think that I shouldn't hear any of that? What is it
It's
you're
not-
afraid that I would do?
I don't know.
And that's why. It's fear of an unknown.
Then we have that in common. Trust. I want to trust you, Johan. And for the most part, I do. But what you're hiding is big. And it changes a lot of what the Archers have already told us. This is information that's important for everyone.
Very well. I'll hold another meeting at the Green Seat tomorrow night.
It will go a long way in cultivating trust. I'm willing to bet you don't think that everybody trusts you the same way. Or at least not as much as you'd wish to.
You're right. Everything would be so much easier if I could just tell them what to do and they do it. If I really could make them do everything I want. But that's not how I want to do things.
And that's the only reason I'm here right now. And not still hidden.
Johan
I
looks
thought-
exhausted.
Oh,
If I thought that that's what you would do, this conversation wouldn't happen. I want your utopia to exist, Johan. And there are going to be a lot of things that try to stop it. you'll need friends. And friends require trust. I won't spy on you anymore. That I promise.
And in turn, I won't hide anything from you. I will tell you everything I know.
That voice on the other end, does it have a name?
It just refers to himself as the preacher. Says it doesn't need a name, that its purpose should be what it's called.
Oh, I don't like that.
Apex actually kind of smiles at that.
I guess I can relate.
Come,
So a meeting.
we shouldn't linger here.
True.
Johan will.
I look up the shaft, having bought him an extra minute in some seconds of climbing.
You climbed all the way down here?
I climbed up a building once. It's a lot easier when there's pipes.
And
That's
I pointed
true.
all the pipes and hand grabs.
Ah, that
He
makes sense.
has done it.
Oh, did Louise tell you?
I've heard tale, and I've seen what you can do. It doesn't surprise me.
I scared the shit out of Barry. It was funny.
Oh, I'm sad I missed that. Oh, we should get out of here.
Apex
Johan
nods and we'll join them on the elevator.
Johan goes over to the terminal on the elevator and hits the large red button. And as a klaxon sounds and lights flash on, you feel a lurch as this large piston begins to push you up. As it does, Orchid and Theo. Theo, you are led through to the Harbinger camps. Sort of a bit rushed and hurried, but you head over to where there are what looks to be like a storage shed. It is dark and muggy inside of it. A single light bulb is allowed to illuminate this place, and you see just rows upon rows of these, like, soda crates, more or less. Each of them are filled with soil. And just barely managing to breach the surface of the soil, you see these little glowing green buds.
I'll be damned. Look at you, little fella. Defying all the odds. Theo will look closer towards the plant and the soil around it.
It appears to be some sort of mushroom.
Oh, that does make more sense. How long's this little fella been growing?
This latest sample hasn't been growing all of that long, but it is showing some promising signs.
I'll certainly say.
These...
I mean, mushroom farming has always been a cultivated idea, but I never thought about growing it like this.
These spores appear to be particularly resistant to radiation.
That's amazing.
I feel that with more cultivation, more time, better equipment, we may be able to breed a species of mushroom that can eat radiation.
That's incredible. How long have you known about this?
We've been trying ever since I left my previous residence. I don't have the technology that I did there, but this is a promising start.
Shit, certainly telling me. I have so many questions. Do you have a cultivated sample? What kind of soil are you using?
As she opens her mouth to begin explaining this process, you hear a loud pop from outside.
What was that?
I'm not really sure. Did it sound like anything in particular? A loud thing falling to the ground? Anything like that? Or...
You actually hear, it sounds almost like a bottle rocket going off.
Okay.
Like a... and as you look outside, Orchid sort of pulls back the tent flap. You both look up and you see a bright red ball slowly falling in the sky.
Is that a flare?
Alvin and Louise.
Oh, okay.
Alvin and Louise.
Yep.
Howdy.
As old Cletus leads you back to the animal pens, a disturbing sight greets you. As old Cletus, who you know is partially blind at least, goes to open the door pen, the gate to this pen, it immediately falls off of its hinge.
Yeah. Well.
And further into the pen, you see it's quite dark right now, but there's enough light that you can see the fire from the torches reflecting off of a dark pool beneath a dead Brahmin. And on its carcass, you see buzzing about are large insectoid creatures with long straw-like mouths that puncture this carcass and drain it of its blood. And old Cletus, horrified as he sort of begins to finally see what's happening here, reaches into his bag and shoots off a flare into the air. And as the situation becomes far more illuminated, a swarm of blood bugs buzzing in front of you. That is where we're going to take a break.
Connor.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, Connor, you're not allowed to do that. What the fuck?
Rude.
Dibs on the proboscis guy.
Indeed.
what?
Much proboscis
The
will be had.
proboscises, They're
Oh.
they're blood snouts.
Oh.
They're
Okay.
giant mosquitoes, I assume. They're giant mosquito
Don't
monsters.
love that.
That's right.
Minnesota state bird. Hoo.
Cha! Ugh. I'm gonna hit the bathroom.
Yes.
State bird of Minnesota is actually the loon. Fun fact.
It is. I was just there.
It's a fun state. A good place to grow up.
Okay. I'm gonna grab a drink while I prepare myself for combat. I'm so worried.
It'll take a while for us to get there.
I know, which is so much worse. And I still don't have a rocket launcher.
You couldn't find one all this time? That's crazy.
Yeah, it's messed up, right? Gosh. Okay, I'll be right back.
I'm gonna go use the restroom myself.
Well, chat, how we doing? Are you scared as I was? How we doing, Darky Arts?
Welcome. How y'all doing today? Welcome to the halftime show with your friend Fringe. Are you having yourself a good day? Are you having a snack? I like snacks personally. Candied pecans are my favorite, honestly.
Candied pecans? That sounds delicious.
Oh yeah, my grandma used to make the best candied pecans ever. I don't know what the hell she put in it. She never gave the recipe, but I know there's like ground cinnamon and something. It was it was probably some kind of old person spice, like when I was going through some of the stuff, and I found tarragon one time, and I've never heard tarragon outside of Final Fantasy 14.
Is that a fantasy creature?
Yeah, and I picked up, I was like, holy shit, it's real. Oh god. Speaking about cooking, that's fun, because before I was streaming, last job I had before I started streaming was cooking. I was a chef, and I got somebody sent me the Final Fantasy 14 cookbook, and when I got to the Ishgard section, I had to laugh because I remember I was leveling Culinarian through Heavensward, and I was just like, I've cooked all this. I know what all this is, and then I got the recipes from the cookbook, and I was like, oh, I've cooked all this shit. Ishgard's just French cooking. That's all it is.
That's cool.
I think 14 has the best. That's real actually cooking that you'll ever do soon.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
It's one of the, hey, how you doing, Lanny? It's one of the only games I've played where it's just like, if you can see it in the game as something you can eat, non-zero chance you could probably cook that. Oh, we got some 14 players in the chat. Yeah, Ishgard was my favorite place. I always liked the aesthetic of it. I've always been a big fan of Fantasy Faith. So cool. Oh, and the architecture. Oh my god. My favorite dungeon is probably still is the Vault. I just love big church architecture. Like big cathedrals.
I remember visiting Edinburgh. They have some beautiful churches in Edinburgh.
Edinburgh's just enchanting in general.
Oh, I've never been. I've never crossed the pond. I've crossed into Canada a couple times, but that's about it. Farthest out west I've driven was probably, funnily enough, St. Louis. Oh, that was a fun story. I ever tell you that one? Cuphead came out, and Connor and I were trying to go ahead and like get it working, and there was no online co-op. And I just had the stupid idea in my head because I didn't have a 9-to-5 like I have at the warehouse now. So I was like, I got nothing going on. And I was like, screw it. Can I come over? We'll just play Cuphead. And he's like, sure. And I drove down all the way to St. Louis from
just impromptu road trip.
Yeah, it was so rad. It was so rad.
I return.
Hey, how you
Welcome
doing?
back.
I was telling Zan and Lanny the time I drove all the way to visit you because we couldn't get online co-op in Cuphead.
It's true. So out of spite, we assembled the ultimate get-together.
Oh, it was so fun. We saw Froggy Fresh.
Yeah, we saw
played...
Froggy Fresh live, the very last tour before he stopped doing Froggy Fresh stuff.
Wasn't that rad too? That was so cool. And we played Cuphead. I think I got to the second area. We got drunk and then Connor's like, screw it. Have you ever heard of Gang Beasts? And I'm like, what's Gang Beasts? And he's like, oh, we're just drunk playing Gang Beasts.
Yeah.
That's a great party game.
And then we watched Record of Lotus War.
Yeah, I was so excited to show you Record of Lotus War. Hands down, my favorite anime. My favorite anime is that one.
It's pretty good.
All
Oh
right.
boy, here I go listening to the theme song from it again. Oh boy.
Welcome back.
Hello.
Tomorrow I can have caffeine. That'll be great.
Caffeine.
Father, mother.
Alrighty. I return.
Welcome back.
Everybody here?
I am.
I never left.
Hello.
Okay.
Is Caitlin here?
Negative.
She's drowning in dollars.
We could all be so lucky.
I know, right?
Say, Connor, what's that Frankie doing?
Frankie was sleeping on the couch until I walked up and pet him.
Bam. Is he being a super doggy?
He is a super doggy. Ow! Frankie!
Hi.
Welcome
He's
back.
voiced by Patrick Seitz.
I know him.
Me too.
The man. The man that is the sights.
The man, the myth, the legend. He truly is legendary.
He should, whenever he's billed for like a convention, he should say, "Come see the sights and sounds."
Oh my god.
He can have that one for free.
Ah, God.
Or come listen to the sounds of sights.
Oh, that's true.
I remember back when it was like the Kill la Kill days, right? And he voices Gamagori in that show, who's this big fucking built like a shithouse character.
Yeah.
Shocker.
And Sights is also a very, very tall. The guy's over 6 feet tall. He's a very big man. And I remember we all met the Japanese producers and creators. Yeah, it was a thing, because I think it was an AX then. And you know, they're introducing us in Japanese, be like, Sarah Williams, Nomon. And they're like, oh, yes. And Patrick Sights, Gamagori. And they're like, oh, yeah, of course, obviously. Just because they're like, oh, of course the big man plays Gamagori. Yes, that makes total sense.
Yes.
Just like Soka.
That makes sense.
I'm texting him right now.
God damn it, Emily.
Saying, please tell me you have at least once used "come see the sights and sounds" or "come hear the sounds of sights" for your content.
Are you really?
If
Yes,
he hasn't,
I'm absolutely
if he hasn't,
sending it
make him
right
credit
now.
me. I do not market for free.
My consulting fees are
Reasonable, quite reasonable.
quite reasonable.
Quite reasonable.
Truly.
All right. I think that's everyone back.
Yeah.
Are we ready to continue?
It's gonna be really peaceful and fun, right?
Absolutely.
Is
For
that
me.
all going to be stressful again, right?
I'm realizing it's been
The
a long
post-
ass
the
time since
post-apoc-
we've been in combat.
It has been.
Post-apocalypse is like famously peaceful.
All the people who wanted to kill you don't want to kill you anymore.
Yeah, the
Yes,
apocalypse
bugs.
is post.
Side note,
Just you know, apocalyptic bugs. They're not people.
Patrick said, "Oh, you know it. He has definitely already used it."
Ah, hell yeah. Great minds.
Nerd! Probably. No way, I know he is. I've talked to the man. Actually don't have my gateway notes up. Okay, here we go. So I can look at my fucking arsenal.
Oh, yes, indeedy.
Way.
Man, I'm so glad. Well, I'm not glad because I'm sad for the Brahmin that died. But I really thought something way more like kill everyone was about to happen.
Give it time, the
still
night's
time.
young.
I know that now that I've thought about it and I'm more concerned. So, let's go. You turn that
Yippee.
off too fast.
There we go. All right. So as we get back in here, yeah, we'll do it like that. As Apex, Johan, and Cynthia rise to the top of the elevator, you step out of the tent that is sort of meant to serve as a disguise for the elevator shaft. You step out and you see a large ball of light in the sky, and Johan goes, "Oh no."
Apex immediately starts dashing towards the ball of light. Having come from a military family, he knows that that's never a good thing.
I assume we need to head that way right now?
That's an emergency flare. Something's happening.
Okay. Immediately takes off after Apex.
As the three of you begin heading towards the animal area, already there are Alvin and Louise, who in front of you, along with old Cletus, you see a swarm of about 6 blood bugs.
Remind me, we've seen these before, right?
They're a common enough sight in the wasteland, but you don't see them terribly much inland. You know that they tend to flock around large bodies of water or swamps, mostly.
Oh, fucking hell, they are not supposed to be here.
All right, get behind me. I'm gonna go ahead and just throw my power fist. All right. Louise, I'm the wall. You're the hammer, right?
I'll play by your rule book, Earthshine. Gets out her laser pistol. I've been waiting to get a chance to use this little beauty.
All right, Cletus, stand back now.
They don't even get damn gators.
Oh my god! The skaters! The skaters!
I was like, gators, the fuck? We got them too?
Oh,
no.
don't worry, I'll punch each and every single one of them. You just watch.
Oh boy.
All right, Alvin, go ahead and roll body for me.
All right, let me just get my stuff. Where's the dice roller? There it is. There it is. That is a 14.
Oh, god damn. Rolling hot tonight, y'all.
Natty sixes.
Natty sixes.
Easy enough. You bring your power fist up and you smack this thing in the face, and it goes flying, but it manages to curl around and regain its sort of flight. It looks like a couple of its legs have been crushed. It is bleeding this off-white blood out of its stumps, but it is still buzzing around.
All right, come on. Come on. Just slam my fist together. I'm trying to basically just taunt them all to just go ahead and just like, don't attack Cletus. Attack me. Attack me.
All right. Louise, would you like to do anything at this point?
Yeah, I would like to fire my laser pistol at the one he's hurt. See if I can finish the job. Get the numbers down as quickly as possible.
Go for it.
And that's a body roll. That's 7.
7. Okay. As you level your laser pistol, it's a pistol, correct?
Yes. I mean, it says laser pistol, so
yeah. You level your laser pistol at this flying mosquito, this large bug. You, having trained with pistols for most of your life, managed to easily make a shot on this thing, and as a huge bolt of red energy erupts from the muzzle of your gun, it slams into this mosquito, and you see it just get incinerated as whatever is left of it is a pile of ash on the ground. However, one of the blood bugs, you see it sort of like dip its stinger down into a puddle of this Brahmin blood. It floats up into the air, and it literally like expels all of it out in a big glob, and it hits you, Louise, right in the eyes. You take 1 point of damage and 1 point of radiation.
Oh, fun. Alright, that's 1 to my armor, and another radiation. Radiation down, okay. Could I, am I allowed to roll Ricochet on this?
Yes, absolutely.
Alright. Yeah. That's strange. That's a 10!
Nice.
Hey.
Sort of
Yeah.
reflecting off of its many-lensed eye, the laser bounces from one blood bug to another, and you see it just sort of singe the wings and legs of this other blood bug.
Like, oh, fucking son of a bitch! Ah!
All right, that is Alvin and Louise. Theo. Or rather, as Alvin and Louise, you were squaring up to fight these things, you begin to see more of these flares popping off into the air. A couple from the White Razor camps, a couple from the Harbinger camps. And as one goes up from the Harbinger camp, Theo, you see people beginning to run. In a quite clear panic.
Theo's going to quickly grab his laser rifle and try to find, or look towards his super mutant friend. You got a rooftop up here I can get on top of?
I'll see what we can find you.
And Theo's just going to be looking to climb up to an elevation to get a better line of sight as to what is happening.
Okay.
Climb on her back.
Throw me.
Go ahead and make just wits for me right now. We'll call this acting defensively, looking for a better position.
10.
Right, 10. As a matter of fact, you see a group of buildings that look a bit more put together, a bit more modern than these yurts and huts that you've seen around. A bit more modern housing out here. Not like pre-war, but like technology
Not
further
right,
along
right,
than what
right.
you've seen. Right. And it's got a fairly high roof with a ladder that leads up to it, and you climb up to the roof, and you see now these larger than you expected insectoid creatures with these blood red eyes, and the sound they make is just cacophonous. It sounds like a jet flying by whenever you see one of these creatures, and they're chasing all of these ghouls and mutants around.
Okay. Theo's never seen these creatures before.
No, you have not.
Okay. Theo's just gonna assume they're hostile and begin to try and train his rifle onto one of them.
Okay. Because you acted defensively and you were able to get yourself to a place of a higher vantage, I'll say your next attack roll will be +2, but we'll get to you in a moment.
Sure.
The group that is with Johan, as you are running over to the animal pens, which are around here, by the way, they're to the north of Green Seat. You begin to see several more of these flares popping off all around, and Johan looks around. We should split up.
Which flare is the closest to us?
The closest flare would probably be the one in the Harbinger camps.
But we're not allowed in there.
That might not matter at this point, to be honest.
They have a big gated wall. It would be an encumbrance to get through, I imagine. That's my only thought. At least I remember a gatehouse being described. That and it's much more radiated.
That is true.
I did take my Rad-X, but that can only do so much. I will go to
Oh
the
my god, sorry.
closest one.
Sorry, I was talking, forgetting I muted myself. So Harbinger, White Razor, where else?
There are none in the Grand Square, but there are several outside of the city walls that you're noticing. There's also one coming from the animal pens near the river.
Okay, so there's 3 hordes of these things now,
Yeah.
right?
From what you're seeing, yes.
I look to the Harbinger camp, and I just kind of point off that way.
I can't handle the radiation over there. You two can.
Right. Oh, shit. Johan, what about the vault?
He looks over his shoulder back at the vault tent.
If you think this is a distraction, then you should stay here and protect that. Cynthia.
No.
Whatever's...
No. We have to trust that nothing is happening there. People are in danger, and that's the priority.
All right. I hope you're right. And she starts jogging off towards the Harbinger camps.
Apex continues to the next closest one, which I guess is by the one by the river.
Correct. All right, Cynthia's going to the Harbinger camps. Apex, you're going to the one by the river. Johan will then break off and go to the White Razor camps.
Oh, okay.
Shouldn't he also go to the Harbinger camp since it's radiated? I guess he can trust that the dudes know that. Whatever. He does him.
Oh, well, you all went. You're all going in separate directions at this point, and nobody is over in the White Razor camps right now, so he is inserting himself there.
Isn't that where never mind. I don't know shit. I can't play with meta knowledge.
All right. That's everybody. All right. Whoever would like to act now, you may go ahead and do so.
I'm still running. It's gonna take me a minute.
I mean, yeah, it'll probably take me a minute to also get to Harbinger camps.
Right,
I'll say
I'm gonna go ahead and...
your turn last turn was deciding where you wanted to go. And now that everyone has acted, we're back at the top.
Oh, I see. Okay, so I'm already at the Harbinger camps then?
Yeah, you like booked it to the Harbinger camps.
Oh, okay. Then I am absolutely gonna start shooting whatever. What do I see there?
As you open the gates, you see it's strange. The ground around here almost looks a bit healthier than other parts of the Acropolis. But that's neither here nor there, as there's large black bugs that are harrying the ghouls of this place. You see one of them get picked up and just dropped off, and they land on the ground with a splat. You see these jagged scythe-like arms go over and rip into one of these other ghouls.
Oh, your bugs are way cooler.
Oh, I don't love that. Okay.
And the noise they make is just god-awful. It's like someone revving a chainsaw.
Do these ghouls have any weapons of any kind?
You see people going for weapons now. People are across the camp are picking up weapons, and they are beginning to pepper these things with gunfire. There are other fights happening that you are not a part of.
How many bugs are there here?
What you can see, there's about 10.
Oh my god. I pull out my rifle and immediately aim at the closest one that is like actively trying to injure someone.
Right on. Go for it. Roll body.
I'm scared. Watch out for my body rolls. Watch out. I'm so. Come on, body roll. Oh my god, no!
Oh.
That's a 4. That's very bad.
Your cool new body malfunctioned.
In the time it. Yeah.
No, it would still fail.
In the time it takes for you to assess the situation, level your rifle, and fire off a shot, this insectoid creature, with surprising deftness, ducks out of the way of the bolt. Its sort of movement in the air, flitting, swift dashes, makes it a bit hard to hit. It does move like an insect as well, so...
Yes, that's my turn.
And now it turns to you. You've garnered its attention as its beating wings, like a buzzsaw, begin to march towards you.
I don't love it.
Who would like to go
I'm
next?
gonna have to wait. Yep, okay.
Alright, I'm gonna keep locking horns with these blood bugs.
Alright, Alvin, go for it.
Alright, here we go.
You got about 5 of them left.
9. I am going to grab the one that shot at Louise, and I want to go ahead and just hammer into it. Specifically, if I can, I want to grab it and smash it into the ground.
Alright, yeah, easy enough. You, with your boxer's countenance, thrust your fist out and you grab it by the abdomen, and you just wrench down and slam that sucker into the ground. Flower of blood blooms beneath it due to the force. However, the other blood bugs take that as a sign that you are dangerous and to be swarmed. And over they begin to pick and prod their different proboscises into you, and you feel yourself being drained of vital energy. You are going to be taking 2 damage and 2 radiation.
Gotcha.
Mind telling me...
do have...
Would you mind telling me what your radiation level is at the moment?
My radiation level is 1 out of 10, but with the hit, it'll be 3 out of 10.
Gotcha.
And then I do have a thing that gives me +1 shield. Would that knock the damage I take down to 1?
Correct.
Okay, Radical Rex. Okay. Alright, we are good. We're good now. We're good.
Gotcha. You are at 3.
That's right, just keep on fighting me.
Hershan, how you hanging?
I'm doing. Keep knocking them down.
Where'd I put these notes?
You know what's here.
Indeed. Go ahead and... Whoever would like, you can take your turn as well.
Unless you want to go.
No, go ahead. You first.
Yeah, I guess I'll go. I'll just fire on another one of these suckers swarming Alvin. With my laser pistol. Oh, right. I need to keep track of my shots. So this will be... Okay. No, wait. Third one, because I did a ricochet. No. That was the same shot. So. Okay. Rolling! 4.
4? Alright. You try to fire off another shot from your laser pistol, but it goes wide as you're not used to the sort of fast, twitchy movements of these insects. Your laser goes wide, and you end up getting skewered by one of these large, needle-like appendages on it. And you are also going to be taking 2 damage, as well as 2 radiation.
Alright.
They're redoubling their insectoid efforts.
Connor, the camp I ran towards, that's the one that Alvin and Louise are at, right?
Yes, it is.
Okay. As you get pierced by that proboscis, the apex emerges from the shadows, and Deathclaw Gauntlet affixed attempts to remove the head of the one that just impaled you.
Do it.
I shall. Yeah! 13.
Thank God.
And it's simple enough. You don't quite get the head, as this is a fresh blood bug, but you do shear one of its wings away from its body as it sort of falls to the ground and now has to sort of jump rather than be able to fly. Its mobility seems to be greatly reduced because of that.
I glare at it.
Oh, hey, Apex, how you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Slightly been skewered, blood all over her face. Can't complain.
I toss you a stimmy.
Well, I think it's just been taking out of my armor. Unless has it been direct hits or has it gone on my armor?
They have not.
Just...
Yeah, your armor has been eating the physical bits of the physical bits of damage.
But you keep your stimmy if you want it.
Then I keep my stimmy.
Keep your stimmy. Speaking of, I'll go ahead and put into the character discussion what your radiation levels do.
Oh no.
Cynthia, you do not have to worry about that.
I know, but I'm worried for my friends.
It's okay.
Isn't that nice?
And while I'm doing that, Theo, Cynthia.
For the record, I'm starting at 0.
Uh-huh. And who would like to go next? While I'm doing that.
Does Theo from his position see his friends around, or is it still just too chaotic and dark outside?
You're the one. You're by the White Razor camp, right?
I believe so. Is that where I was brought to with the mushrooms?
You are in the Harbinger camps right now.
Harbinger, got it.
So you're where Cynthia is.
So yeah, you are where Cynthia is at right now.
Woohoo!
If that is the case, then Theo is just going to try to find the closest target that is targeting. Looks like people who don't have weapons on them, and he will try to take a shot at one of the bugs.
All right, you did act defensively last turn, and you are up on a point of vantage. So this is a +2 on this roll.
This is body, correct?
Body, yes.
12.
Awesome. 12. That is a major success. And you've got a laser rifle, correct?
Correct. Yes.
With precision that was hammered into you by the Brotherhood of Steel, you take a knee and you aim down the sights of your laser rifle and you fire off one clean shot as one that was sort of harrying a set of smaller looking ghouls that seem to have been running for their weapons and not been able to make it. You squeeze the trigger, fire off as this red bolt of heat slams into this thing. It explodes in a shower of this off-white gore. 9 remain.
Like an android from Alien.
I don't love it.
This thing killed him.
Can I shoot?
Absolutely, you can shoot.
Simple, one simple solution.
Hooray!
Does not exist.
Look how I solved this with one easy solution. Death.
Blood bugs hate this trick.
Gun. Roll.
Bonk.
7.
7. All right. This large black bug with these beady little red eyes locks onto you, and it's got these long hook-shaped front legs, and it flies to you with a speed that its size does not betray. And before you can get your shot off, it manages to rake its arm underneath your shoulder and rip out a chunk of flesh from you. But as it does, you manage to level your rifle and right underneath its head, and as you pull the trigger, it just explodes.
Oh, thank God.
Does
that mean 8 are left?
That does mean 8 are left. Yes, as you are covered in goop. There are about 5. There are about 3 blood bug. 3.
Wow.
Sound it out. Take it down.
3 blood bugs left, I believe, on the. Oh, you know what? You know who I haven't been rolling for?
No.
I haven't been rolling for follows chalk.
Hooray!
Follows chalk.
How could you forget
Is
Follows
fucking dead.
No.
Pulls out the big iron.
Big iron on his hip.
He unleashes his 45. Oh, and he misses.
Aw, follows Chuck.
You see Follows Chalk squeeze off a couple of shots from his pistol as he sort of begins to be cornered by some of these bugs. And Johan also does some stuff.
Thanks, Johan, for doing
Johan
stuff.
commands the army of bugs.
Yes, he commands the army of bugs. That's what he's doing.
Just goes full Shino.
Indeed. All right, and I believe that's everyone, so we'll go to the top of the round again!
Again! I love again!
So,
Well, I think the
whomstever would
trio
like
are
to
in
go
the most-
first?
I think the trio are in the most danger here, so maybe you guys go.
I'm the apex.
Wow.
Yeah,
Well, fair enough. Our closest to the danger, then.
He is the apex. He is the apex.
You know what? I didn't take that into account. You're right.
I know.
You always got to consider 2 things: the coconut and the apex.
You want to roll first, buddy?
I'll go to finish off the one that I clipped the wing off of.
All right, go for it.
Just try to clear the area around Louise. Hi-ya! And I will use black belt to re-roll that one.
Oh.
And I will use. Oh shit!
Oh.
Sorry. I went. My bad. Hold on.
You're good. You're good. You're fine.
1d6 to re-roll the 1. Goes up to a 5. That would be an 8. And I will use my Grognak ability to re-roll the 2.
Oh!
Ha!
Well, hey!
It goes up to a 9. Whatever. We try.
Goes up to a 9.
We
There we
try
go.
here.
We try in this house.
You feel a primal surge in you as you sidle up to this injured blood bug. As you go to try and take it out, a couple of the others evade Alvin's grasp, and they try and stick you in the side, and they get you for another 2 points of damage. 2 points of radiation damage as well.
How much does the Rad-X reduce the radiation? Is it like shield?
Oh,
1?
you took Rad-X. You're fine.
I did. Yeah, no radiation.
You are immune to radiation damage for the combat.
Thank gracious.
I effectively take no damage because I have shield 2. They gonna have to try harder.
Indeed, indeed.
They're gonna need a bigger bug.
But
And as you do, yeah, it's not going anywhere quickly. So you just bring your boot down and squish it.
Now its head is mine.
All right.
I'd like to remove its head like the Predator and just kind of hold it.
I'm gonna go ahead and slam my power fist into the next bug that I can see. Try to get it at the sides. There's a bigger area to crack. And that's an 11.
Nice.
Alrighty. 11. Okay, yeah. The I guess it's 2 now remaining blood bugs. Are busy over trying to harry Apex, but with a similar sort of movement is matching them in terms of speed and is dodging out of the way of their needle-like mouths, just barely. But he's weaving between them, and you take that moment to catch one of them off guard, and you slam your power fist into its abdomen. As it is,
Said you pay attention to me.
It is leaking its payload onto the ground. As,
Sorry, I do look more like a Brahmin.
It's true.
That is true. That is true.
Final Brahmin. As
boss of Brahmins.
The blood it harvested it begins to leak onto the dirt below you.
Birya Brahmin.
Yummers.
That's my shot. That's what I got.
I hadn't thought of this now, but since Apex is here, my Chinese stealth armor, how does that work in combat, besides turning me invisible? Am I allowed to shoot and that makes me noticeable, or how does this work?
So you would need to take the acting defensively action this turn, but after that, all of your attacks afterwards will be with a benefit.
Yeah, let's fucking do that. She will curse under her breath, and she's like, oh shit, of course. And she'll activate that shit.
Alright, as you sort of crouch down and allow the armor to do its thing, it says something to you in a language you don't understand before you feel sort of this electrical tingle go over your entire body as you feel yourself fade from visibility.
Does it take a turn to use like a stim pack or anything?
Using an item in combat would probably be another act defensively.
Okay, could I have a free action to toss a thing of Radix to Alvin?
That would probably be something you need to devote your turn towards.
Okay, then that's it for me.
Very sorry.
Like, cause we know that I would assume my Pip-Boy is going off. I would assume I know that these things are radiated, right?
Oh yeah, every time a bit of blood is like shot out at you, you hear your Pip-Boy beginning to go off.
So yeah, but I'll end my turn for now because that's about all I can do.
Oh no. And whomst would like to go after that?
Wormst.
Wormst.
I mean, I'm gonna be shooting bugs every chance I get.
Shooting bugs. Shoot them bugs.
The worms are back.
I will once again shoot
worms.
a bug. Yeah. That's a 3.
Aw.
Oh dear.
As you're still sort of recovering from the previous bug exploding on you, you're sort of like getting all of this off-white like insect blood off of you, and you're distracted just long enough for another one to come and wrap its hook-like arms underneath you and begin to carry you away.
Oh! Ow!
Where are you going?
Don't love that. I'm assuming I have to wait for next turn to do something about that, though.
That is
Bug bride.
That is correct.
Neat. So I just lose the ammo and carry my bug.
Oh, you don't lose.
No, put me down.
Oh yeah,
No.
you did lose some ammo,
Yeah,
but
because
yes,
I
you're.
shot a gun.
It's got its hooks underneath your arms and is floating you up into the air. And you see other bugs like this copying the same activity and just letting them drop to the ground.
Oh shit.
Dicks.
They're smart bugs.
That's messed up.
Some kind of brain bug. Man, I want to play Helldivers again.
Imagine playing Helldivers.
Imagine.
It's true.
2025.
Yeah.
In this economy?
With this government?
The only good bug is a dead bug. I'm doing my part.
I'm doing my part.
Would you like to know more?
Pete, I guess so.
I believe Theo is the last remaining one.
Can Theo hear or see any gunshots? Hopefully, he's trying to find his companions, worried about where they could be.
It's easy enough to see that Louise appears to be in this combat as they're being lifted off the ground by one of these bugs.
Cynthia.
Ah, no fair!
Or Cynthia's?
Oh, wait, you mean Cynthia?
Yeah, you meant Cynthia.
Cynthia, yes, sorry.
I was like,
One more time.
oh fuck, I got caught too?
Oh, I thought you were just feeling left out because you weren't being lifted by a bug.
Wow. Nope. Don't love it.
Connor, do we still have the +2 or no?
The Apex wants uppies.
You only have the +2
VR
because you acted defensively to get an advantage point from the previous round.
Okay. Theo's gonna activate Shelter Dweller. Once per encounter, add your smarts roll to any one roll. And
Go for
kind
it.
of taking in his practice of shooting at moving targets in a range in the Brotherhood of Steel, he's gonna kind of close his eyes for a moment, take a breath before opening his eyes and looking towards the target that's holding Cynthia, and shoot. 12.
Thank God.
All right, yeah, the one that's holding Cynthia, before it can get to a dangerous height, Cynthia, you feel this thing suddenly release you as a bolt of red energy slams into the side of this thing and just completely boiling its insides in an instant. It just explodes and drops you off on a nearby hut, which dampens your fall, and you are no longer being held, and you take no damage from that.
Oh, thank God. Am I also covered in more goo now?
You sure are.
Yeah, I'd imagine.
Okay, how much is this goo inhibiting my ability to move and or see?
It's not.
Okay, great.
It's just aesthetic.
Just real.
Just setting the tone.
Num 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 num. Love that. Good to know.
All right, and I believe that will bring us back to the top here.
I continue to slice and dice. Particularly at the ones that are now trying to swarm and stab me.
All right, slice and dice them, Apex.
In fact, I will take the head of the one that I just decapitated and attempt to stab one of them through the chest. Like,
Okay.
into its abdomen.
You pick up one of the heads with this long needle-like appendage on the front of it. You begin to thrust it towards it. Go ahead and roll that body.
Good job! 14.
Oh my
Wait, no,
God.
that's sorry. That's 3. I'll go with the first two. 3 plus 5 plus 3. That's 11, not 14.
11.
Still
Still a
good.
major success. I'm trying to think. Was there an injured one, or was there this two fully... I think it was 2 fully healthy blood bugs, but...
Well, either way, it now has its friend's head sticking out of its abdomen.
Indeed, you... Not expecting you to utilize the corpse of its fallen sibling, perhaps, it starts back and you skewer it through the abdomen, and you see blood beginning to trickle down out the neck of the one whose head you used for this. And it looks pretty injured after that.
I'm pretty happy with that. Certainly it's moving slower now if Alvin wants to capitalize and try to take it down.
I'm gonna capitalize on it, absolutely. I am going to, after stabbing it, I am going to strike it down in such a way to drive the head of the thing that he impaled it with further and probably pin it to the ground. Will it happen? We'll find out today on Giveaway.
Let's find out right now.
That's an 8.
That's an 8. All right. Yeah, just slamming your power fist into the stump of the head of the one Apex just skewered it with. You drive it the rest of the way through, and it comes out the head of the other blood bug, and it just ceases, its legs twitching with the last bit of its brain function leaving it.
Ew.
However, you do take a glob of blood directly to the chest and neck, as you're taking an additional 1 damage and 1 radiation as well.
Now, we worked with Shield of, does it knock it down to 0 for the damage, or does it
Yes,
knock
it does.
down to... Okay, cool. Radical. All right, and that's my go. That's my go.
So who's left?
So-
Is it time for shoot?
Do you want to go? You can go if you want.
Louise is still over here. I mean, if we want to
Yeah, no, go ahead.
Location and location.
No.
Okay, so
let's do
what
it
did you
that
say
way.
my roll is now with the stealth armor up?
Is it time for shoot gun?
Your attack rolls will be... your attack rolls will have +2 to them.
Nice. Yeah, so there's... I will... So how many are left? 2? 1?
There's 1 blood bug left.
Yeah, fuck that guy. I'll roll to laser pistol him.
Kapew.
That's 10! Thank you for that +2.
Alright, yeah, you squeeze off another shot from your laser pistol and singe this thing. It's looking rough. Also,
Was not dead? Aww. Alright, then that's me, I guess.
Each take 2 hits to go down.
I just
Unless we
rolled
had,
for...
like an anti-tank rifle. I'm guessing that would probably take one out, but...
Possibly. Also, I rolled for follow shock.
My laser pistol does have breach.
Yeah, but the blood bugs are hardier than your normal, like, insectoids that run around here. I think the only other insects that are stronger than blood bugs are Cazadors, and they don't exist here.
Fuck Cazador.
Thank God every day that there are
And his guide to
Cazadors.
everything.
The fuck did I do? But yeah. Well, yes. I rolled for follow shock. Mag dumps into one of these giant black bugs. And the combination of damage it receives just causes it to get knocked out of the sky and it dies. So follow shock has taken down yet another one of the large black bugs.
Let's go, follow shock. I mean, I guess he's used to Cazadors, right? So
That is true. He lived in an area that was full of them, so yeah. But yes, that was his go. Who's up next?
Theo,
I believe it's
me?
Theo and Cynthia.
I will shoot bug.
Also,
Shoot bug.
I
As
posted.
I am wont to do.
I posted the effects of radiation in the chat, but just for our chat here, 0 to 1 is no effect. 2 to 3 is minor radiation sickness, which gives you -1 body. 4 to 5 is advanced, which gives you -2 max HP, and these all stack, by the way.
Okay.
No, shoot. I should have had 1 minus that body
That's
roll
okay.
then.
That's okay. I just posted it, so it wouldn't. I'm not making that count.
But from now on.
This is just for you all from now on.
Okay. Rolling to shoot bug.
All right, shoot.
Do I feel confident enough after my last snake eyes and being covered in bug? Do I need to like get in a better location? Do I need to, or am I like near enough to a bug that I trust my aim at this point?
You're using your hunting rifle, yeah?
Assault rifle.
Assault rifle.
Correcto.
You actually feel like it is a bit more beneficial than the hunting rifle to have something that you could, you know, fire off several shots at once, and maybe even if it dodges, one of them gets hit by the other ones. Yes, you.
Okay.
You do feel confident that you can stand your ground.
All right. If I shoot, how many rounds of ammo does it use?
So your weapon should have a stat. I believe it's
loading 3.
Right. So you can fire off 3 shots before you have to reload.
Okay. So I didn't communicate this properly. I was using this the last 2 rounds. Would
Correct.
that have been 3 shots? So this is my 3rd shot, and then I'll
This is your 3rd shot, and then you have to reload. Correct.
I understand. Okay. Whatever. I'm gonna shoot the bug.
Shoot. 8.
Ah! Hooray! Giving up 1.
Giving up 1 indeed, as more of these bugs begin to break off, and sort of abandon their targets, so to speak. 2 of these large black bugs will leave the combat area as you empty your assault rifle into one of them. It goes down with like a insectoid gurgle. However, one of them sweeps up behind you and rakes you across the back with this hook, and you take 2 damage.
Okay. Wait, did I take damage when it got me under the shoulder before?
No, you did not take any damage from that. But you were going to take a lot of damage if it dropped you.
Yeah, I felt that happening and was very afraid. Okay. Cool.
All right. Theo will attempt to shoot another bug that's near his friends.
All right, go for it.
That's a 9.
It's a 9. All right. Yeah, you see another one of these bugs harrying who you can plainly see is Cynthia. You squeeze off a round from your laser rifle, and again, it just erupts from the might of Brotherhood technology.
Ooh.
You are splattered once again, Cynthia.
Man!
In insect guts.
What did I do today?
It keeps happening!
Is this part of my Snake Eyes roll? It's feeling like it.
It's just the Kids' Choice Awards. You're
Ah, yes, it's the GAC.
I don't like it.
I'm sorry, man.
It's in your contract. I'm sorry.
I think, if my math is right, I think there are only 2 of these large black bugs left.
That's a low number. I'm down for it.
One of them, Theo, flies up to your level on top of this hut and hooks its arms underneath you and begins to drag you off of the roof.
Oh, no. Okay.
I believe that's everyone. Yeah, there's only a few bugs left. I believe there's one blood bug left and 2 of these large black bugs left.
And however many are in the White Razor camp.
That's true.
Hearing the kind of chainsaw-like sounds of this Ripper, is it okay if Theo goes in just real quick, try and get this thing off him?
Absolutely.
Theo's gonna pull the Ripper sword from his side and try to cut into the thing.
As a large... this large device, probably about kitchen knife sized in your hand, begins to rev with a similar sort of noise and vibration as this thing's wings. You plunge it into it, and the teeth of this thing dig at its carapacine outer shell, and you rake it upwards, and its failing wings sort of begin to flutter you down safely to the floor. You land with a bit of a thud. Your knees probably are going to feel that one in the morning, but you are safe. You take no damage from that.
Okay.
And then there was one.
Punch!
Punch! Punch!
Yeah, working off the momentum of tent pulling a bug. Scrape that one off the bucket list. Alvin will go ahead and just surge on forward and try to just right hook the thing.
Go for it.
That is a 6.
As you surge forward, this thing is wily and spry, and it's hurt now. So it is remaining alert. And as you begin to take more of this damage and more of this radiation, this fight is starting to swing not in your direction.
Oh yeah, monk 1, yeah, that would be a 5. My bad.
It is still the same. It is still a failure. As it plunges its stinger into your abdomen and drains some more of your vital fluids. You are going to be taking an additional 1 damage as well as an additional 1 radiation.
All right, I gotcha.
Seeing this thing impale Alvin, Apex is going to, as we're kind of like side by side, kind of roll around behind the bug, kind of squeeze at its thorax, and German suplex it, trying to pull the proboscis out of Alvin and slam its head into the ground behind him.
Go for it.
8. I'm taking something, but I'm taking him with me. Oh, god damn it. That's another... Hold on. Why is it rolling 3? It's set to... Hold on. Sorry, let me...
That's weird.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it was entirely wrong setup. I had the 2 and the 3 in the wrong spot. Let me try that again. Hiya! 7.
All
same
right.
deal. But
still the same thing.
Appropriate this time.
Yeah, as you grab this thing by the abdomen with both hands, you wrench it out of Alvin. Alvin, you feel as your warm life's blood begin to trickle down your torso and down your legs.
At least you hope that.
Apex, you bridge your back and you slam this thing into the ground, and it erupts in a shower of gore. Its radioactive payload now showering you, and you are going to take 2 radiation.
What about the rat?
Due to my Rad-X, like, if I don't get this washed off by the time the Rad-X goes off, I'm gonna be fucked. But
that's true.
So I kind of like continue my backwards roll, and I get back on my feet. I point off towards the White Razor camp. There's more attacking over there. I'm gonna head to the Harbingers. And I start turning and running.
Take me with you. Take me with you.
I said the White Razor camp. I point to the White Razor camp.
Urshan, wait. She will toss him a rat away and also take one herself.
All right.
I tell you that there's more attacking the White Razor camp, and I'm heading to the Harbingers camp because I'm currently immune to radiation.
Go on then.
And I start I start running towards Harvinger's.
I'll look over at old Cletus. I haven't forgotten about you. I'll take care of it later.
Man, don't do this.
Oh, I'll kick their ass. Don't worry, old man.
Nah.
All right. How much does right away take out?
I believe it reduces your radiation level by 2.
All right. Cool.
That is absolutely perfect for me as well.
All right. And I'm gonna be working at a sprint.
Oh wait, actually,
Go spronting.
as they go, she also is like, heads up Roshan. She tosses him a Rad-X and plugs one into herself.
Gotcha.
Don't need to be dealing with that shit.
Oh, this sucks about a liquid.
Suck it up, Roshan. We got work to do.
Good news! It's a suppository.
Meanwhile,
Connor,
it's
remind me,
vault, whatever butt means.
when an armor goes down to 0, it's like completely fucked.
Yeah. When the number goes
yeah,
to 0,
it's-
your equipment is broken.
It's broken, essentially, yes.
Then as they run, Louise is gonna sort of shrug out of the. It's gonna be interesting. She's gonna shrug out of the fucking stealth armor because I don't want to lose that. That's really good shit.
Yeah,
And
fair enough.
She will put on the synth armor that Alvin gave her, which is 1 armor less, but is fully armored, so it has at least a little bit of kick to it still. But I really don't want to lose that Chinese armor. It's nice.
Yep, that'd be bad. It was very expensive as well.
It was very expensive.
Very expensive.
I mean, you could get it repaired, but that would probably also cost a lot.
Yeah, it's like, look, I'll take the shittier rolls to keep the armor intact, and just yeah. I miss my +10 armor. That was nice.
All right. As you branch off and you go out to help different parts of the Acropolis, there's 1 bug left.
Final bug, some say.
And it is holding on to Theo at the moment.
Do I see bug?
You do see the bug. Yeah,
You do see bug.
others of the other bugs seem to be leaving the premises, except for the
Okay.
one that is holding Theo.
Okay. I have. Let me double check that this is true before I say it. I have another rifle, so I will switch rifles so I do not
Oh,
have
shit.
to reload. I will switch to my battle rifle.
Excellent.
Reaper strategy. Toss the gun. Nuke.
Exactly.
The New York
Just
reload.
like flings it around my shoulder and flings the other one over my shoulder. I will shoot bug.
Shoot
Please
that
let
bug.
aim be good. I understand if not, but please let shoot be good. 11!
Yay! Happy
Shoot,
dice.
be good.
Take that bug.
Oh wait, no, the one. I just realized the one that Theo took care of that one already.
Did he?
Yes.
He shot the one that was hounding me, but did he? Wait, did he take her
One
out?
grabbed him and then he used the chainsaw to cut it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he used the
his-
Ripper to dispatch the one that was holding him.
Then that was for whatever bug was left.
Oh yeah, there's one left. Well, there was one. But you pull out the battle
There
rifle,
is not one.
Dead?
dropping your assault rifle. You pull out the battle rifle and you squeeze off a shot that flies right through the front of its head and down its abdomen, and it just falls lifeless. And your surroundings, your immediate surroundings anyway, are bugless for the moment. But you...
But
On a map,
Alvin,
it's called a sword.
Alvin and Louise, you were both going to the White Razor camps?
Yes, that's where I'm going.
Alright, you... injured but still active, still ready to help. You stumble into the White Razor camps, and you see them fighting these large black bugs with these big red eyes that seem to be just carrying off people and either dropping them on the ground or just abducting them. And
You need a stim pack before we continue this, Urshan?
Nah, I'm good. Just things to the armor, and that all will heal up soon.
Alright, let's fucking do this.
I'm gonna rush toward the first bug I see, and I'm gonna tackle it and start beating the shit out of it.
Ground and pound.
You rush into the White Razor camp, and immediately the first thing that catches your eye is you see Jet in there and mixing it up with these bugs. She seems to have pulled her false leg off of its stump, and has unfolded it into its true form, which you would recognize, even in its modified state, as Blue Ridge, Jet's signature sword.
That's a damn sight.
Louise, like, just gives this low whistle. Okay, Urshan, I'm starting to see the fucking appeal.
Yep. Made that just for her, too.
God damn, I'll try not to be fucking jealous.
I'll tell you more about it another time.
Would y'all shut up and fight?
That's what I'm trying to fucking do! As I ram,
go to work!
As I ram the closest bug next to her, she has not engaged.
Alright, yeah, go for it.
That is an 8.
8. Alright, you slam with both of your hands, you grab and slam one of these bugs into the ground, and as it's sort of kicking and scratching at you take 2 damage, Alvin, but you just crush it into the ground with your bare hands, and it splatters you with this off-white goo.
Thank God for Radix!
Louise?
Yeah, I'll take a shot at, fuck, I don't know. Did he kill the one he was messing with?
Yes, he did. These ones seem much less hardy than the ones you were fighting earlier.
I'll take a shot at one that's swarming at Jet then.
Alright, go for it.
At 7.
7, alright, yeah, you... what weapon are you using?
Laser pistol.
Laser pistol? Alright, yeah. As you shoot the one that Jet is fighting, and you hit a vital point and its insides boil briefly before it just explodes, showering Jet in this goo. And she's just like, ugh, I had that covered! Before you can say anything... Before you can say anything, a large black form slams into you and lifts you up off the ground.
Yeah, sorry. Shit! Oh, fuck!
Jet. God damn, is going to return the favor as you see her leap onto one of these tents, bounce onto another one that's slightly taller than that, and leaps into the air and bisects this bug before it can carry you off too far.
Dang.
With a spryness and agility that her current form does not betray.
So I just land on my keister.
Yeah, you just fall flat on your back, but you're fine. You don't take any damage from that.
Louise will sort of like push herself up to a sitting position, blink up at Jet, and then call out, Urshan, I think I'm having certain feelings for your ex.
Oh no. Wait, what?
As I am immediately jumping into the other one. Alvin's just into a battle frenzy. Just tackle the other one. This one I'm going to grab. If I can pin it to the ground, I'm going to try.
Wait your turn.
I will. It's like I don't normally roll that direction, but fuck.
She's cool.
She's cool. She's cool.
Con, you mentioned like the rest of the bugs in the Harbinger camp are trying to like escape or like flee.
Yeah, they are flying off and they are leaving the camp.
I would like to attempt to capture them.
That sounds right.
How would you do this?
I love
As
the
they
emphasis on that.
as they are quite high in the air at the
How
moment.
would you do this?
Fascinating that you asked me this question, Connor.
You forget
been
he is
waiting.
the apex.
You forget, I have a can of beans.
It's true.
What?
I'm gonna go full John Elway and try
Are
to
you
clip one of their
kidding
wings.
me?
All right, you
My
brand
can
Oh,
of
that's right.
beans.
You brandish the
are
Mayor
here for that,
Slayer.
Cynthia.
Yes, the mayor slayer.
You're joking.
I am not joking. I'm throwing this beans. I'm throwing these beans.
You throw this beans.
Bean.
All right, you throw the beans. And you're
From downtown! 7.
7.
I mean,
Success. It's a success.
It's a success, but let's see how it's flavored.
So you're intending to capture this thing alive, yeah?
Yes, that would be the goal.
Okay. You wind up with a can of beans and, like a baseball all-star, pitch it right at this thing's wings. And they shatter on impact. The wings of this creature erupt like glass and immediately begins hurtling out of the air, and with a splat, it lands on the ground, and it did survive, but it is quite heavily injured from that.
May I attempt to make another body roll to catch it and take damage from the gravity if I get a moderate success in an attempt to like kind of keep whatever this thing is like. This seems coordinated, so there's something about this bug I want to try to preserve.
Okay.
Imagine I was trying to
Yeah,
catch it
my-
to stop
my-
the
yeah,
water
my-
balloon from exploding.
Yeah, my
I-
own body be damned.
I will let you take the damage from it falling in order to better preserve the specimen.
wow.
Yeah, I'm going to catch it with my body,
You are taking 4 damage.
and I will not let my shield absorb that. That's pure gravity. I will take that damage.
As this thing hurtles out of the sky and lands on you, you feel the urgency of this being as this low droning hum, like it's less loud now that its wings have been destroyed, but you do hear just this like revving almost from inside of it.
I will catch it, and assuming that it's still going to struggle against me, I will look at it, and on subsequent turns, if it decides that it still wants to escape, I will remove its limbs, knowing that a bug will only die if you destroy the head.
Oh my god.
Got it. We'll say for this. We'll say for right now that it's been made docile, or at the very least incapacitated.
Awesome. All right. Just know that I'm ready.
You'll have to find your beans later, but
Yeah, it's gonna be a whole thing. I don't know where that ended up.
you just covered it. Old Cletus just like catches a can of beans suddenly.
Oh, means.
The bean god has blessed me.
The old mayor slayer has done its job.
As several other fights resolve in the White Razor camps, eventually there's only really one bug left in the White Razor camps. So, Alvin and Louise, you can go ahead and make your attacks at it, should you wish.
Oh yes. I'm
Alvin,
gonna
you go
full
ahead.
for this, and yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and just full bore tackle it to the ground and try to rip it in half. Bada bing, that's 7.
Alright, yeah, you take it to the ground, you grab this one again, and it also begins to scratch at you. You take another 2 points of damage, Alvin.
All right.
But eventually you raise your power fist and you slam this thing down as well. And eventually, the dust settles. And as the bodies
Hit the floor.
of people and bug alike strew the Emerald Acropolis, you each take a moment and catch your breath as you've survived an invasion, an infestation. You're not quite sure what it was, but the Emerald Acropolis remains standing, but with a confused air and now more questions than ever about what exactly is happening in this place. Those questions may yet be answered next time on Gateway.
Woo! Yes!
Combat. That was fun.
Woo!
I am going to need a very big ant farm.
Bug juice, bug juice.
Seriously, Jet's hot.
Oh no,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
thruple. The thrupling.
Oh, God.
I'm not gonna join a polycule.
Son of a bitch.
That's fine. You can be the hinge. That's fine. You can be the hinge.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it's not really you joining it; it's forming around you.
It's true.
Why does this happen?
Sorry, buddy. Good luck.
I didn't know I had this power. I'm sorry.
All right. Well, with that, I hope you guys enjoyed this latest edition of Gateway.
Woo!
It was a blast.
I believe we are on for next week,
The fifth.
Next week.
the 5th.
Yes.
I believe you're
Indeed.
correct.
Yeah, I can make it work.
All right. So, well, we will see you all then as the this act begins to heat up even more as the tension is palpable.
So
Cool.
much is gonna go wrong so fast.
Hey, I
It's
got one
already
alive.
happening.
At least we can try to.
I know.
What's up with it?
Positivity.
No, I do not have. This was a coordinated attack, and I can't. Never mind. We'll get there.
Hence, we'll find out more from the one I captured, hopefully. Once we learn how to speak bug.
That's
Oh.
true.
You're fucking gonna interrogate it. What do you know, Bug?
Next time,
Everything.
Apex talks to bugs.
Buzz, 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 buzz.
I knew the language is gonna be buzz. Buzz.
That and various gyrations.
Indeed.
You can't say that.
There will be many gyrations to be had in the future of this campaign, but for now, commence the gyration. Let's go around the horn and de-introduce ourselves. We ran a little bit late because we started a little bit late, but we did it. Caitlin, where can we find you? What are you up to?
Hi, hey, hello. You can find me all over the internet at Boobs McBelrog. We'll see if anything happens. I am deep in the trenches on some work. But hopefully in the coming weeks that will chill. But I've said that for years now. So who knows?
One of these days you'll be right, statistically speaking.
Statistically speaking, I will be correct. Probably.
Eventually, entropy will consume all, and then all atoms will stop moving.
Hooray!
Except mine.
Life's a bitch and then you die.
I mean, he's not wrong. He's not wrong there.
It's true, it's true. But yes, that's me for now.
Right on. And up next, we've got Fringe Type.
How you doing? My name is Fringe Type, Mr. Fringo. You can find me on twitch.tv/Fringe Type. I stream throughout the week. I am a writer and a voice actor. I play horror games, retro games, and RPGs. Been testing out some new stuff recently. Finishing some writing on my end, doing auditions, all that stuff. Working hard, or hardly working, as my dad always says. To the point where I look at him and I go, you know damn well what I'm doing. He laughs really hard. He just doesn't screw with me now. Old goat. Anyway, so you can go ahead and find me on twitch.tv/Fringe Type, where I will talk about things such as just things about writing. I tell funny dum-dum stories, I like talking about the horror RPG I'm working on, in which I finished the final draft of it. It's pretty good. I'm just proofreading it and just making it readable, because I'm writing it out to show to people as I'm writing it like a novel, because I'm a veteran of like doing NaNoWriMo and shit like that. And then after all that, and people like it, which I don't need much validation. All I need is like the John Lovitz, it's good from the critic. So once I get that locked in, then I'm gonna write it like a script, as one would do to a like, I guess like a Broadway script, which I guess would be my first swing at like playwriting, now that I think about it. But that's not important. What is important is that's what I'm working on, and I'm really excited for it. Has a working title, but that's pretty much what I'm working with. The project is just called Mirror right now, and I really like it. The whole thing is a horror RPG that's based around healing through trauma. That's my stuff. So, damn. You can hear more Dum-Dum stories like that at twitch.tv/Fringe Type. Hey, that's me.
Yeah. And up next, it's Lanny Pator.
Why, that's me.
Which I did not forget this time.
Appreciate it greatly. Find me all over the internet at Lanny Couture. If you're not all role played out over here, may I suggest Tales Unwritten? It is a RPG, like a D&D playthrough for those that have ADD. They can't sit through all of the directionless conversations and just kind of want to get to the meat. Skip some of the math rocks and the plans that kind of go nowhere. It's honestly, Stefan has done an amazing job editing this show down to make it feel like an actual, like, television production. I cannot speak highly enough of the talented people I work with. So please, if only for their efforts, give it a shot if you haven't. We'll be premiering the finale of Season 2 this Wednesday at 5 o'clock Central if you want to hit twitch.tv/stream4star or talesunwritten.com. Yeah, greatly appreciate you showing up there. As for me, got my computer back settled, so I'll be going back in and trying to get close to finishing up my Baldur's Gate 3 Dirge playthrough. I sequence broke the game accidentally, so a bunch of the Act 3 quests broke, because I went to read somebody's mind. They got really angry at me, so I aggroed the entirety of Gortash's camp. Ended up having to kill him. So all of the quests involving him in Act 3 just kind of exploded with that. So I guess we're speed running our way to the end. Like I showed up, you know where like Volo is like tied up and about to get burned alive? I just got met there by the Iron Hand gnomes like, hey, thank you for helping us destroy the factory. And the factory's in flames, and but all of the the Steel Watch are still walking around. It's like, oh, I guess I broke something fundamental by killing him early, huh? So,
yeah, well, fuck that guy.
Well, yeah, but oops, now the Steel Watch are still walking around. I don't know. I broke the game. We'll continue to break more things. Tune in, and we'll have fun. That's me.
Indeed. Up next, we've got Sarah.
No, sorry, I'm used to you saying something after that. On Blue Sky and YouTube, it's Sarah the Nate Jam with an E. Willia. I've already shilled. See you next weekend, and me and Fringe will be doing more horror games on Thursday, I assume.
Oh yeah. We're finishing up the DLC for Lies of P right now, which is really good.
I'm fucking off to Indiana for the 4th of July, but I'm pretty sure I can still make all the streaming stuff because, Also, it helps that I'll be on East Coast time, and that's a lot later.
Isn't it great to finally give everybody's gift of beating the shit out of Hysteria?
Oh God, yeah, that was so funny. I just like hearing it. It's like, hey, it's Hysterian, yay!
Hysterian's voice actor.
Yeah. But I think he's only that character, so I don't think we're gonna hear from him after this. It's just like, oh hi, you're beating the shit. Okay, we're gonna kill
The
you.
DLC weapons are so fun too. Connor, look at your left arm. Don't you wish a 4-gauge shotgun was mounted to it?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Don't you wish you had fucking Wolverine claws? Yeah, you do.
Make it hard to wipe, though.
I mean, not without the healing factor. It kind of suck without the healing factor.
Now,
It
they're gonna
would.
be outside.
You can get an amulet that gives you a healing factor.
Oh, there you go.
There you are. There
First
he is.
snicked, I die of an infection.
Uh-oh.
And up next, we've got
It's me.
Xanalis Grim.
Hey, that's me, Xanalis Grim, also known as Xan. I'm a professional role player and dungeon master. If you want to see some of my work, you can go over to my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/Xanalis Grim, at 7 p.m. PST on Mondays, where I run a D&D show called Stalwart Souls. Then, over on Tuesdays, twitch.tv/Distortion Devil at 1 p.m. PST, I am a part of an expertly run Back to Eve of Ruin, run by one Connor McKinley here. Then on Thursdays, twitch.tv/Montyglue at 7 p.m. PST, I am a player in her Dungeon of the Mad Mage. We're pretty deep into the module, getting ever so slightly closer and closer to that end. Then twitch.tv/Distortion Devil at 3:30 p.m. PST is some more Cazador's Guide to the Cosmos.
Oh, yeah.
Though I think we're off this week, so we might be doing something else. Keep a lookout. Then twitch.tv/Burnout Vaughn every other Sunday, including this Sunday, at 2 p.m. PST. We have some more Those Who Wander, which is a gothic horror RPG in which I am a player. Very funny Dampier Bard. And that is me.
Excellent. And that just leaves me. You can find me on Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, Tumblr, Blue Sky at Distortion Devil. You can find all my TTRPG content over at youtube.com/Devils and Dice Rolls, patreon.com/Devils and Dice Rolls if you feel like supporting me. I'm going to be working on some short form content for Devils and Dice Rolls, as well as some of my longer videos. Just some stuff to tide some people over before my actual first video drops. But yes. That's about it, I believe. Stream schedule is getting back to normal after my vacation.
Hey, Connor, speaking of vacation, I'm actually planning on going to vacation relatively soon to see some friends. I know we want to do some TTRPGs. Could you recommend any dice for me to potentially grab before I go?
Absolutely.
Yes,
I
segue.
can think of no better place to get your favorite dice and dice accessories than Die Hard Dice.
Die Hard Dice!
That's right.
Ah!
He spoke too quickly for the mic to catch him this time.
Die Hard Dice. It's got
Die
all...
Hard Dice!
Oh,
Wow.
Someone's gonna call the cops.
You know what? I have already have a verbal contract with my neighbors, so they know they know this. Like,
contract. I will
Bless
shout.
their hearts.
Agree.
you know, you laugh, but that's pretty much how I written it. I was just like, this is how I run my business. It makes people laugh and generates revenue. And they're like, oh, okay. And I'm just like, I will try not to laugh and like scream at a reasonable thing. Like, they're all knocked off. The only thing I'm doing right now is they're asleep. So I scream and it's just them subconsciously going, nightmare, nightmare, nightmare. Like, that's awesome. Like, that's...
Well, you too can hear the funny Dice Man in your dreams if you head on over to dieharddice.com. You can also pick up some dice and dice accessories while you're there. Use code Unexpectables to save 10% on your order when you shop at dieharddice.com. As well, check out our merch store. We've got all sorts of fantastic products, designs and stuff from Unexpectables and its sister shows, including this one. But yes, as well, we could not do this week in, week out without bits and subs from viewers like you. Miraco Bladetail, thank you for the 3 months. Woo! Or it's 4 months. 4 months. 3 months in a row, though. Lord Archive, thank you for the 38 months. Timitor, thank you for the 57 months of Prime. Scatflipsa, thank you for the 45 months. Spoopy Voices Spoopy, glad to catch this on my last day of my vacation. After working 7 days in a row, I need this to help me forget. God damn.
Oh my God.
I do not envy you, Scatflipsa, but I'm glad...
You are free.
I'm glad you're free, indeed.
Yeah, seriously.
Mortalia,
About.
thank you for the 61 months. Mirko Bladetail, thank you for the 100 bits. Legendary weapon, Can of Beans, aka the Mayor Slayer.
Oh no.
And finally, from Zenlita, we have 100 bits. Louise is just, oh no, she's meeting all my standards.
Oh no, she's high!
This better not awaken something in me.
Oh, it will.
She's like, Earthshine, can we have a conversation real quick?
Oh my god.
It may awaken something in you, but for now, we have to put this show to bed.
Oh god.
But thanks for joining us, everybody. Let's see who we can raid. Who's on? Who's on even?
Oh, I don't know.
We've got Jun Yoon, who is playing some Expedition 33.
Oh, June.
Who else is on? You know what? Let's raid June.
Yeah.
He's never on this time of night, so let's... Oh, that is... There we go. Raid. Jun Yoon. All right. Take care, everybody. We will see you next time. But for now,
Bye-bye.
have a goodbye from the people at Gateway.
Gateway.
Gateway.